It is a very active evening across central and eastern Kentucky with the possibility of flooding and heavy snow setting up. A full breakdown is on the way.
This morning we heard testimony from police about the evidence against a man charged in the 2014 murder of a Lexington woman.
A 185-year-old general store in Boone County is destroyed after it caught fire. How people are helping the owners rebuild.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. The snow has transitioned back into rain this afternoon, and all that moisture could cause some flooding issues in the south and eastern parts of the state.
And then once we hit the evening and overnight hours, all that rain is expected to turn back into snow, which could make for a tricky morning commute. We are in the midst of a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. To keep you up to date, we check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, tricky, a good word as we go through the evening, guys. Kind of a two-pronged attack from Mother Nature and Old Man Winter. The flooding rains and then a very heavy band of snow that I expect to develop as we go into late this evening in through the overnight period. First things first, let's concentrate on the high water potential. That flood watch is out for all the counties that are shaded in green. You got to keep a couple of things in mind. You've got a frozen ground, you've got snow on the ground. You may get a couple of inches of rain before we start to see snow taking over. You know what that spells to me? Runoff into the creeks and streams that can cause some high water issues. And we also have a winter weather advisory for parts of central and eastern Kentucky. A couple of things standing out about this. Think it's a little too far west with the advisory into the Shelbyville area, not far enough to the east into eastern Kentucky, and I expect some of those counties to be shaded into winter storm warnings a little later this evening as we figure out exactly where this band of heavy wet snow is going to set up. Right now, the corridor I have in blue and especially in red would indicate the area that has the best chance of picking up substantial snows late evening into the overnight. It would be heavy wet snow that falls with a temperature at 32 or 33 degrees. That may be snowing snowballs for a time late this evening in through the middle of the overnight. And it's a wet snow that I expect during that time period, guys. As we go through the evening, we get a better handle on exactly where this narrow corridor of heavy snow will set up. Could go a little east, could go a little west. We'll fine-tune that forecast right on through the evening. It literally may change on this map from show to show as things become a little clearer.
I don't like when Chris Bailey says snowing snowballs. That seems pretty intense, right?
I'm just glad he's doing all that, and we don't have to worry about forecasting it.
Absolutely. Well, that rain could actually help crews trying to clear the roads of yesterday's snow.
And with most main roads in Lexington pretty much cleared overnight, snow plows are now concentrating on the side streets and roads. The rain could bring the only improvement neighborhood roads will see because there is not enough snow here in Lexington to plow them. Many people did have some extra time, though, to find their way to work because many businesses opened late due to the snowy roads.
We actually go in about 9 o'clock in the morning, but they gave us the word last night not to come in until about 11. But I was already up at 6 shoveling, so I had to take my fiance to work at 8. But I didn't take the side roads because obviously they were really bad.
So while the rain will help clear some roads this afternoon, road crews say it will also wash away the salt that's on the roads. If they need to, they say tonight they'll be back out and they'll pre-treat the roads again before the rain turns back to snow tonight. Hope you can follow all of this because it's a changing situation, as Chris was saying. We have a live report on preparations on the road conditions on WKYT News coming up shortly at 5 o'clock. We are learning more about what happened the night of a Lexington woman's murder.
The information came from police testimony today in the case of Alan Burgess. Police say Burgess shot and killed Kiara Green at a home on Scottsdale Circle in June of 2014. He was arrested last December. WKYT's Victor Puente shows us what police told the court.
Alan Burgess didn't speak during this hearing, but there was testimony from police about the evidence that led to his arrest. Burgess was already in the Bourbon County Detention Center when he was charged with murder in December. Police say in June of 2014, he fired multiple shots into a home on Scottsdale Circle, hitting 4 people. One of them, Kiara Green, died from her injuries. After the shooting, police say they found a baseball cap near the scene, and DNA from that cap matched Alan Burgess. They say Burgess was feuding with a man who lived at the home. During his preliminary hearing, police said that man fired back during the shooting.
He had, I believe, a .380 on him, and he said he fired back a couple of shots towards the back window. We did collect, I believe, three .380 shell casings from inside the residence.
Detective Robert Wilson testified that in addition to the hat, they'd also connected Burgess to the crime through the gun that killed Green. He said they took a gun from Burgess during an arrest in 2015, and lab testing confirmed it was the same weapon that killed her.
The shell casings and the projectile pulled from Ms. Green came from the gun that was on Mr. Burgess' body on, I believe, February 13th of 2015.
At the end of the hearing, Burgess's case was sent on to the grand jury, who'll decide if there's enough evidence to indict him. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Burgess is also facing charges in Bourbon County, including resisting arrest, fleeing or evading police, and wanton endangerment first degree. A man accused in a Louisville triple murder case had his bond set in court this morning at $1 million. 26-year-old George Slaughter is charged with 3 counts of murder and tampering with physical evidence. Police say they found Elizabeth Draper, Douglas Weber, and William Neal dead inside a home. Slaughter's arrest came on Saturday night, less than 24 hours after the 3 victims were gunned down. Police aren't sure what his motive was.
Knowing that he's off the street and who, the person that did it is off the street makes it safer in the neighborhood.
Court documents say this is not the first time that Slaughter has been accused of taking a life. According to the Department of Corrections, in 2008, he was convicted of manslaughter and robbery in connection to the shooting death of Bobby Sweat. Slaughter was released in July of 2012 after being supervised on parole for 6 months. He's due back in court next week. A longtime landmark in northern Kentucky is no more after a fire ripped through it and destroyed it.
The general store has been around since the 1830s, and as Rebecca Smith tells us, folks in that town are mourning its loss.
The fire in Rabbit Hash started around 9 Saturday night. 5 fire departments worked to put it out. No one was injured, but today seeing the building in shambles in the light of day is painful.
It's just so surreal. I don't know. A lot of memories.
Beautiful memories come back to Ruby, whose daughter had her wedding in this location.
They've lived here all their lives, so that could have been it, and they didn't want to go to a church or go to, somewhere big, and so they just wanted to make it personal, so this was personal.
It survived it all, and then this happened.
Before new ownership in the 80s, Susie Langan says her family owned the store for decades, a charming little place that welcomed so many people.
You see all these people, some of them we know, some of them we've never seen before in our lives, but this little store meant something to them, and it meant something to us.
A working general store since 1831. It was a place for community gatherings, a charming piece of history visited by many near and far. Some say it was the pulse of this community. Though it may no longer be standing tall, it's what it stood for in the minds of many that will carry on and continue to provide lovely memories for years to come.
My grandparents would be pretty proud of this, I think.
Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
A GoFundMe page has already raised more than $35,000 for Rabbit Hash General Store. The plan is to rebuild as soon as possible.
In 2015, Caitlyn Jenner made a very public and somewhat celebrated transition from male to female. While she was in the headlines, the reality for others wrestling with this kind of inner decision is not always easy. Tonight, in a story we're working on for you at 6, I sit down with 3 women who, for most of their lives, felt they were living a lie and are now speaking out about their transition in life to try and help others. For the first time in their lives, Tuesday Meadows and Jalysabeth Fawn are comfortable in their own skin. Tuesday is retired, enjoys time with her grandchildren. Jalysabeth has her master's in social justice and works to educate others. They both share one thing in common. Both are transgender. Each transitioned from a man to the woman they say they were born to be. It's a term and community still highly misunderstood in Kentucky.
I'm really a woman, and you didn't know it. I've been the same person I've always been. I've always been a woman. It's just you didn't know it.
When people talk about where transgender people coming from, we've always been here. We have always been here. We've just really been forced into the shadows.
Tonight at 6, more on a journey to becoming one's true self and why these women are working hard to advocate for others in the transgender community, making sure there is more acceptance and places to turn for those who may be struggling with a transition.
Amber, in talking with these women, how long of a process, how difficult of a process is it for them to make their decision and to be public about it like this?
Sure. Many of them, all three of them, will actually tell you they knew very early on in life, 4 or 5 years old. But each one of them different when they made the transition. One of them in college, one of them waited till she was 60, so much later in life. But they will tell you that this is not a decision that comes lightly. It comes with a lot of thought, a lot of worry, and they really decided to sit down with me because they want people to understand them. They want more acceptance and just to educate others. And they say, if you know someone is transgender, the best thing you can do is use the correct pronouns around them, try to address them by the name that they've chosen for themselves. All of that, kind of the dignity factor in all of them, and not to treat them as, quote, a freak of nature, maybe.
Right.
So more tonight at 6, and more on the help that is out there for folks who may be going to make a transition or thinking about
Helping
that.
them come out of the shadows, as you mentioned.
Yes, absolutely.
And looking forward to it.
Sure.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Deanne. Well, the wait is almost over, music fans. The 58th Annual Grammy Awards will be handed out tonight.
The ceremony will feature a wide variety of musical performances, including the return of Adele to the Grammy stage. Terry Okita has a preview from the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
Tori Kelly and James Bay rehearsed for their duet at tonight's Grammy Awards. Both are up for Best New Artist. They'll join a who's who of performers for music's biggest night, including Adele's first Grammy performance since 2012. Andra Day will perform with British pop singer Ellie Goulding. Day is up for 2 R&B Grammys. She says it's an experience beyond her dreams.
I thought it'd be great to be nominated for a Grammy. I thought it'd be great to be a doctor maybe someday. I thought it would be, but it's such a distant idea, or something that seemed so, unfathomable at the time. And so to be here now is just, I'm just grateful.
This year's Grammys will also feature tributes to some big music legends who we lost this past year, including Eagles guitarist and singer Glenn Frey. 10-time Grammy winner Bonnie Raitt will join Gary Clark Jr. in honoring her close friend and inspiration, the late B.B. King.
He was just very encouraging and always, telling me I had it, and don't let him get you down. Don't let him tell you women can't play, that kind of stuff.
And one of the highlights of the night is expected to be Lady Gaga's tribute to David Bowie.
This is very personal because it feels like a wonderful way to say goodbye.
Rapper Kendrick Lamar leads the way with 11 Grammy nominations. Taylor Swift has 7. Terry Okita, CBS News, Los Angeles.